Marsh would watch the water in silence. It had been months since her mate had returned from his trip. Where was he? Was he even alive anymore? Marsh, they said to the alpha. Ah, so we're all up late then, he'd say, quietly as not to yell. She sat up. Yes, her voice was tired. What were you doing just staring at the water? She growled, standing up. You have better things to do than to watch me. They'd eyed the alpha before gulping down water. She huffed in annoyance. As always, her pack had come to disturb her alone time, like a bunch of pups. I'll go hunting at dawn, she murmured. Marble nodded. Marsh paused. A horse? She barked in alarm. Had breakfast really wandered straight here for a reason? She jumped forward and latched onto the horse. She howled a quick victory and then snarled. Paws off, you know the eating order. Get off! You heard them! She growled in annoyance before digging into the horse. Marsh perked up as she heard a distant howling. It was that rival pack. She had already forgot their name. She thought they were gone after they killed one of the alphas. What's that noise? Bloodtooth would say. Is that... It's them, again, she growled in annoyance. As long as they don't come into our territory, leave them alone, she huffed, turning her back to the others. Her throat itched with thirst, so she trotted down to the small pond. He'd lapped down some water. She inspected the water. It was shrinking. They would have to migrate soon. Their winter home was drying up. This would be the pack's first migration without him. Would he know where to go if he managed to return? This is drying up now, actually. I've noticed it a little here and there, but now... This happens every summer when the air gets warmer, she barked sadly. We'll need to migrate soon. Yes, but this early? I really don't want to move again. This place was nice. Yes, it's too early. Summer has barely arrived, and our water hole was high. It's food that's the problem. She looked down. Perhaps it is the will of the stars. You liked our summer home and you'll readjust. We'll be back here before you know it. She paused. You call this water high? We used to be neck high in water at this spot. It's going back into the ground. Can't you see the mud? She growled. She grinded her teeth at the leader, rolling her eyes. It's high enough for the pack. Well, then you can stay. See how much water is left in a few days. It's always been pack law to migrate when the water shrinks. Let's get going. She howled a loud bark before heading off. What in the stars? She growled at the presence of a mammoth, then the others. Back off! She nipped at River Rock. We haven't eaten in days, Marsh, because of this dumb eating order. Why didn't you eat earlier then? She growled. Are you dull? I eat first and then you. I don't get the whole horse. I know you're new to this pack, but I thought you'd have learned a thing or two by now. With the skirmish being concluded, Marsh stepped back and gave a quick nod to the others. Apparently, she had to let them know when to eat instead of just wandering away. She stood up. What is it? She glanced at Bloodtooth. A mammoth. We need to get going right now. We were wrong. Summer is here. The animals are migrating, and that's why they've been wandering. Let's go. She barked and took off. We'll be making our journey to the summer home. Stick close and you'll be fine. Don't wander. She smelled the wind. The large creature seemed to be following them. Yes, River Rock? I know a good spot that has plenty of food and water nearby it, and we could cool down in the nearby water too. River Rock, we already have a summer den. We need to stick to tradition, she replied calmly but firm. All right, if it doesn't work, don't blame me. We've been going there for years. Don't question our pack, outsider, she growled at the low-ranking River Rock. She had only just joined, but was not fully accepted. He'd glare around at the pack. It seemed smaller than usual, concerning even. Let's get a move on. Get some water, she paused, panting. He'd dip his head in thanks. All right, let's get moving. The other pack seems to be close by. She sniffed the air. Their rival pack stunk it up. She barked a warning. The Brownie pack, they've claimed our path to the summer home, she bristled. This is outrageous. They're going against the ancestors themselves, she screeched. We might not be able to rest for a while until we get out of their territory. Chins up. We'll get there eventually. We have to. She drifted into thought at the other's words. They were right. I know a place. I'll die before letting you lead us, she snarled at River Rock. She paused. A familiar scent hit her nose. Parshin? What are you doing here? Where is he? He was with you and the others. Where is he? She yelped, looking around for her mate. This wolf had been with the group that went out for food and had not returned. I don't know where he went. We got separated by a bison herd. She sat down as the rain began to pour. She shook her head. We need to keep going. Stay quiet. The Brownie pack can't smell us through the rain. It's our only option. He'll return, eventually. Don't lose faith in him, she sighed. We're following the river down to the beach if you get lost. She paused to lap up some water. Do we steal the territory? She'd ask stupidly. We're too outnumbered. And yes, this is the Brownie pack. They're claiming our land, she sighed. Are we, she'd hesitate, going to die? She'd ask her mother, scared. No, she murmured. We'll be fine. The Brownie pack is at the beach. If you don't believe me, then you should go see for yourself. Wait here then, she growled. She paused. The others were right. The Brownie pack was here.
Stop, your tongue is
She began to creep
Please.
away. She needed to get out of here. Oh my god, it's too late. No, they already saw me. She stumbled on a rock and fell into the sand, growling in defense as the others surrounded her. She panted heavily, her wounds aching. Swamp? What? How are you here?
I was heading back and I saw you getting attacked, so I joined in.
You've been gone for months. Where is the rest of our pack that went with you? She snarled. She'd whined from her injuries, and her sibling, which was no longer with her, the wolf had gnawed into her left hind, giving her a limp.
I stare at my paws and shifted uncomfortably. We were ambushed. Another pack came. They're all gone.
She looked down, processing this new information.
Shifted and let out a quiet mumble. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. She stood and nuzzled him. The only thing that matters now is that you're back. We were trying to get to our summer home, but we were ambushed. Mother! She'd run towards Marsh, nearly pinning her. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that properly. I just couldn't.
He nodded slowly.
She leaned down to nuzzle Ash and howl. You're all right? I don't know, she'd stutter. You're still walking. That's good enough. She stepped away. We need to get to the summer home. We're not safe out here, she nuzzled Ashen. Come on, she began to walk. We need to claim this land. We chased most of the Brownie pack out in the fight. This is where our water supply will be during the summer months, she informed the pups and newer wolves. She stood up, smelling the air. The horses have migrated down here. She whipped around, spotting the horse itself. She heard the distant howls of the Brownie pack. They weren't defeated, but they were weaker, and hopefully they wouldn't take such bold actions again. She lay down in the soft grass, letting herself relax. They were finally safe, and her mate had returned. He'd scent the air. The Brownie pack. Our territory borders theirs now. I'm glad they're weaker, yet we still need to be wary. The sun had just fallen as quickly as it had risen. Let's head to the den, she barked. She lay down beside Swamp, her tail wagging. She wouldn't ever admit it, but his return overjoyed her. She laid her head down to rest. Finally, the Oasis Pack could rest in their new summer territory.
I can't see there.
Oh, she said, "Mama!" and then ran up to me, and I was not narrating that, bro. I did not know how to narrate that, okay?
You caught me off guard. We're wolves, we own the night. What we own, what we own, what we own the night.
The way you flew! No, because Marsh is not in love with anyone. Except, well, maybe for her husband, but... Oh my god, I flew! He'd sent the air. The Brownie Pack, our territory... Wait, the Brownie Pack. Oh my god! I'm keeping that in bloopers, by the way.